Greetings, YouTube. CJ Nelson here from the Twisters Cookbook, coming at you with our first, what I'm going to call jam session. Just something I've been working on, throwing together based on what people are talking about on Facebook. And I posted this one, or one very similar to it, asking for suggestions. So a big shout out to Mel. Thank you, Mel, for the suggestion of adding the upper jaw. You're absolutely right. Really makes the character and gives him a lot more, makes him a lot more recognizable. So today we're going to be doing our first jam session. It's going to be a Goofy Snowman. And we're going to need a 646, a white 260, white 160, the end of an orange 160, and then a black 260. Not just a scrap, you need the whole thing because you need the hair up top. And then we're going to go ahead and do a Mocha Brown 160 for the arms. Let's get started with our head structure. We're going to start with a white 260. And please note, I'm using a metallic white 260 because I like getting the extra length. You're going to need it on this one. So if you're using a Qualitex one, I apologize in advance because you're going to need an extra one, or you're just going to have to scale everything down by about ½ an inch to get enough balloon out of it. So 4 pumps, Qualitex green hand pump, and we're going to go ahead and burp it a little bit and then stretch it. Soften it and stretch it. The joints we're going to be using for the head are going to be really tight, and we don't want anything popping. So we're going to go ahead and start off with a 4-finger bubble. So it's about 2½, almost 3 inches. And then 2 ½ inch pinch twists. This will be the top of the head. To finish off the middle part of the head, we're going to make a cluster of 4 balloons, cluster of 4 bubbles, all the same size. And keep on softening it and stretching it as you go along. If you really want to, you can roll these through. I don't find it necessary because you got the pinch twist up on top. And now, go ahead and make 2 more ½ inch pinch twists here on the bottom. Maybe 3/4 inch pinch twist. Next, we're going to go ahead and do the side. We're going to come up here, twist into the top 2 pinch twists. We're going to come back down here to these 2 pinch twists. You don't want too tight, but you don't want any space in between. You want these sort of like that. Bring it back down. And that's what you got so far. You kind of want these 2 to be the same size. I'm going to squeeze mine. Try and get about the same length. Next, we're going to make the lower jaw. I want to do a loop twist, a little bit bigger than my hand, and you want this one kind of soft. And that's where we're at. Now I can already tell I didn't leave enough space at the end. We're going to go ahead and we're going to make a small neck, about a 1¼ inch. 1½ inch, and then you want 2 pinch twists here to connect it to the body. So however you need to go about that, go ahead and do that. Go ahead and let a little bit of air out of mine. that's what you got. Back of the head, with 2 pinch twists, you want to line them up so they're facing upright. This is going to keep the head from going back. You want to keep it leaning forward a little bit. And we kind of want to shape that and open it up. Take our black 260, inflate about 1.5 inches. Go ahead and tie it off down here. Snip it, leave a good little tail. And take it, we're going to lock it in to this section right here. And then you're going to tuck it down into the lower jaw, grab the scrap, and we're going to pull it up. It's almost a pinch twist, but not quite. And then keep tucking it in there. Now, when you pull open, squeeze the lower jaw almost into a triangle. And that's what you're going for. You don't want it too long because it just looks off. And you don't want it too short because the top part of this is actually going to be covered by the upper jaw. Take your white 160, lock it into the pinch twist here. What we're going to do now is you want to soften it a little bit, and we're going to pull it over the front like this. You don't want to get it here. You need it back here, and you need it wrapping over top and catching this. Bring it back around. You don't want it too tight. You also don't want it too loose, so snug. Or just shy of snug. Bring it back, wrap it into those 2 pinch twists. Hang on to your scrap, we're going to do that. Next, take a orange 160. You can inflate the end of it, so reverse inflate it. If you don't know how to do that, just take the tip of your orange 160 before you blow it up and soften it. And then when you inflate it, it should start from the end. If it doesn't, just get all the air to the end so you have a nice clean little tail. You're going to want about, I don't know, 4.5, 5 inches. And we're actually going to squeeze off a little bit of a bubble. We're going to twist it in right here. Now, the reason I want to twist it in rather than just tying it in is it'll give it a better connection. And get rid of the rest. And now we just have to position everything. So what you do is you want to kind of push the 160 back. So that's what you get. I always like to give the nose a little bit of a bend down, just so it's not coming up to the eyes too much. For the hair, take the rest of your black 260, cut off 1/3 of it, give it a puff of air. Tie it off. Take the rest of it, tie one end, put a puff of air in it, trim off the ends. Find the center. Bring that up nice and even. Take the last part, put it in between. There you go. For the eyes, and do 2 big ovals. One on each side. 2 small ovals on the inside. And then do your eyebrows. Make sure they're nice and thick, because the character, our Goofy Snowman, has very pronounced eyebrows. And then the teeth. You can leave the teeth off if you don't have a white marker. And we just want to make 2 buck teeth. Make sure you leave some space in between so they're well defined. You can leave those off, but again, just adding more character to our Goofy Snowman. And that's the head. This is the hardest part. It'll take some practice. The rest of it's pretty quick and easy. Take your light 646, inflate it about halfway, not even, at least 12 inches. And we're going to go ahead and we're going to make a tulip twist. We're going to make the bottom part of our snowman, and we want it to be about kind of almost round. So what is that? Putting about most of your hand into the balloon. Take that scrap I told you about. Tie it in, trim it up. And then to make the center part of the body, do a round bubble, so slightly smaller than the one below. And go ahead and take it and twist it in. To it, and you can either do it 2 ways. You can tie it off and then trim it and then twist it in, or you can just twist it in and keep on twisting and then cut off as much of it as you want. If you tie it off and then twist it into the neck, you get a big knot that's kind of hard to deal with. So I'm trying to avoid that by twisting this joint into the neck. So twist it around 4 or 5 times and twist it in a lot, nice and secure. Deflate the rest. Trim off as much as you dare. And position it. Take your Mocha Brown 160 for the arms, 3 1-inch loop twists for the hand, go ahead and do 8 fingers, squeeze and soften it, 8 fingers, go ahead and crinkle it. A nice little wave to it. Another one. To match, 8 fingers. Nice little crinkle to it. Lock it into the neck. Go out 8 fingers. Make your 3 1-inch loop twists. Tie it off and trim the excess. And then you want to position it so his head faces down a little bit. Adjust the pinch twist in the back. However you want to do it. And that, my friends, is our goofy snowman. Thank you for watching the video. Please like and subscribe. Leave some comments below. Please check out my website, thetwisterscookbook.com, for more video instructions. And don't forget to subscribe. Have a great day.